Ani bojo tanchekiwao mishen dengwe ankwat kwa Indigenous pakjahansi and donjiba mamawe ne nishnabe king and donji makwando dam. Hello everybody, my name is Gabrielle Fayant. My family comes from Fishing Lake Metis Settlement in Alberta. So at a grassroots level, I am the co-founder and co-CEO of a youth-led, youth-driven, nonprofit organization called Assembly of Seven Generations, also known as A7G. A7G has been doing youth-led, community-based work since 2014. So we've come a long way. This is one of our first posters and programs that we ever worked on. And so the first slide was the logo that we have now that was created by a young Anishinaabe artist. And so back then, you could just see like our little logo over there was literally just like blue text. So I'm happy of like the work we've accomplished since 2014. So we've been doing annual elders and youth gatherings. We've been doing annual round dances, which really help bring the community together in a good way. We also meet as Indigenous youth every Friday. We have weekly youth drop-ins. So this is one of the ways that we look out for one another, we learn from one another, and we take care of one another. We create group norms to help guide our gatherings and events in a respectful way. And this also helps hold us accountable of each other. We do all of this work as volunteers with no salaries and no core funding. So in addition to this work I do on the grassroots with my colleagues, I was also appointed as a special youth advisor to Minister Carolyn Bennett in 2017 to work on the implementation of TRC Call to Action 66. Call to Action 66 reads, "We call upon the federal government to establish multi-year funding for community-based youth organizations to deliver programs on reconciliation and establish a national network to share information and best practices." During that time, we spoke to Indigenous youth across the country. Over 500 Indigenous youth shared their stories with us and concerns with us as well. So here are some of the things that they told us. We have the weight of the trauma of the generation that came before us. We are a bridge generation to open the door for the ones that are coming so that they don't have to struggle to survive by fighting. They can grow up with their culture and choose who they want to be without the fight. Under the name Indigenous Youth Voices, with the help of a team of Indigenous youth as well, we created the roadmap on the implementation of TRC Call to Action 66. In the roadmap, we came to conclude two major requirements. One, Indigenous Youth Voices as a national nonprofit organization to create work on areas such as youth-led research and community capacity building. And two, a fund developed in partnership with Indigenous Youth Voices to provide multi-year funding for Indigenous youth across the country. So throughout my slide, I'm going to share with you some of the quotes that the youth told us. This is another one. "It is my hope that TRC 66 is implemented so communities can support Indigenous youth in achieving their desired levels of self-determination rooted in the types of programs they desire. With whether it is language training, a safe place to hang out, cultural knowledge hubs, or community gatherings. I wish for these programs to be sustainable and long-lasting in a legacy way for people at the community level." So right now, there's currently no youth funding that exists to support Indigenous youth at a core level. However, we are doing the work in spite of this all. So we are filmmakers and storytellers. We are building healthy communities and revitalizing culture and ceremonies. We are speaking out and educating the masses. We are doing peer-to-peer support and breaking barriers. We're reclaiming spaces and taking on leadership roles. We are the past, the present, and the future. We are program developers and nation builders. We are healing our circles and welcoming people back. In this time of reconciliation, Indigenous youth should not be doing this work alone. The day that I can see Indigenous youth achieve the standard of living and the quality of life that is enjoyed by the rest of Canadian society and its youth is when I will believe reconciliation has been achieved. So feel free to follow our grassroots work on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Our website is www.a7g.ca. As well, follow some of that policy level work and national work, Indigenous Youth Voices on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, www.indigenousyouthvoices.com. Please visit our website and read our roadmap on the implementation of TRC Call to Action 66. And also reach out to your local MPs and ask them to implement TRC 66. Miigwech, hi hi.